Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm finally bringing back the monthly reading logs. I was hoping to bring this back since the beginning of the year, but as you guys can tell, that didn't happen. And it's just because, I don't know, manga reading logs, they're always difficult for me to do because I just don't think I'm the best at literary analysis, is what I would call it. Usually when I'm reading manga, I'm reading it to enjoy it. And I guess to be honest, I'm not paying 100% attention. I'm just reading it to have fun. So when it comes time to talk about it during these manga reading logs, I don't know, I just have a hard time talking about some of them sometimes because I forget stuff. But to kind of help with that, I'm going to try and keep these reading logs as brief as possible whenever I talk about these series. So hopefully you guys can understand why I'm being super brief, and I'm just giving you guys my initial thoughts and whether or not I enjoyed the series or not. So let's jump into it. We're going to start over here with the right, which you guys can probably already see what it is, and it is these two Shuzo Oshimi one-shots. Now these two, I got them off of the Dimpa Twitter. I don't even use Twitter. I created one a long time ago, but when I heard that they were selling the Comic-Con exclusives for $8 each plus shipping, I had to go reset my password because I didn't remember it, and I messaged them and I got these within a week, which was super awesome. I do want to go ahead and collect everything Shuzo Oshimi. I love Shuzo Oshimi. He is probably my favorite mangaka, but when it comes to these two, I will definitely say these are definitely on the bottom of my list for Shuzo Oshimi. These were not my favorite reads. First up, Miss Kusakabe. This one is basically about this dude that gets obsessed with a girl, and by the end of the series, I'm not even too sure if it was a girl, to be honest. But yeah, it was really strange. The girl, Miss Kusakabe, she does sleep around with a bunch of other men, and she tells it to this the main guy several times throughout the series that before he goes to sleep with him, she goes around and sleeps around with 3 or I don't even know how many other guys. And he's okay with that because he's obsessed. So just like with most Shuzo Oshimi stuff, it is a little bit psychological. As a one-shot, I didn't really enjoy it. Maybe if they continued it and see how that sort of affects him in the long run. I guess you kind of saw it here because Miss Kusakabe did leave him for several months, and he sort of had withdrawal. I guess he was addicted to her or something. He wanted her back. And by the end, well, it's a one-shot. It's really short. She does come back, but she looks very different. That's why I'm telling you guys, I'm not even sure if it was a girl or a guy. But yes, Miss Kusakabe. As I'm talking about it right now, I guess it is good for like a one-time read. I'm still keeping it in my collection because it is Shuzo Oshimi, and I do love his stuff, so I want to collect everything in English. I think I already said that, but yeah. Next up here is Walt. This one I would say is the better of the two. The characters are a little bit more fleshed out. We do follow these two characters here on the front. This is the girl, and this is actually a boy who likes to dress up as a girl, and she catches him on a balcony one day because they are neighbors dressed up as a girl, and then the story does continue from there. But yeah, I can't really think of anything negative to say about it. It was okay. I guess the only issue was that it's a one-shot. It's super short. I guess me personally, I'm just not a fan of one-shots. Maybe this one would have been more interesting as a longer running series. But yeah, that's all I have to say about those two. So now let's jump onto this stack over here. As you guys can, this was probably the most manga I've ever read in a month for a long time. I don't usually read this much. Generally, it's like 5 to 10 volumes per month that I read, which I know is really low, but I'm just really busy. I don't have too much time to read manga. I usually come home from work, spend time with the family, bathe my son, get him ready for bed, put him to bed, and I just have a few hours after that to work on YouTube stuff, maybe. And when I do, I either record videos, or now recently I've been on Twitch. So yeah, just not much time to read manga, but lately I have been having more fun reading manga. So hopefully I can continue this. I do want to try and read more manga this year. So starting up here with the top series, this one was a lot of fun. And technically, this one I didn't read in March. There's 2 series in here that weren't read in March. Everything else was read in March. This was one of the ones that I actually read sometime earlier in the year. Yeah, Who Wants to Marry a Billionaire? I had a lot of fun with this series. And it's funny because I read this right after me and my wife watched like a Korean reality TV show which was similar to this, but I'd actually say this was a lot more entertaining just because there's some crazy things that happen in here. We have a bunch of girls trying to compete over a billionaire. So it's a reality show where main character here, the girl on the front, she's in a lot of debt and she's trying to basically marry a billionaire on this reality TV show so that he can clear all of the debt that she has. But the funny thing is that she thought she was in a public reality TV show, but it turns out she entered into an underground reality TV show that's, I guess, only shown like in the black market or something. So it's a lot more naughtier than she expected, but is she willing to do whatever it takes to get the man in this one? I don't know, you guys will have to read. I don't want to spoil it, but I will say that I really did enjoy this one. And by the end of this volume, it is sort of turning into sort of like a mystery type series, which I'm really enjoying. So I can't wait to get volume 2 on this one. And I would recommend it. It is a ghost ship title and it is rated mature, so I wouldn't recommend it to anyone under 18, but if you are of age, definitely check this one out. This is one of the better sort of ecchi manga that I've read. All right, now moving into something a little bit more wholesome, and this is the series that everyone is talking about right now, and that is My Dress Up Darling. I read volumes 1 through 3 sometime earlier this year. This is the second series that I didn't read in March, but I did want to talk about it just because I am also really enjoying the heck out of this. So I understand why a lot of people are talking about it. I read these before the anime started, and I did watch the first episode of the anime, and I have to say I really did think they adapted the manga quite well. And in my opinion, I'm actually enjoying the anime more than the manga. So honestly, I'm not going to talk too much about this one because most of you guys must have already checked it out. It's really popular. I just wanted to basically talk about it and say that I really enjoyed it. I do love Marine. She's one of the best girls in like sort of these sort of rom-com mangas that I've read. But she's definitely best girl, and I would even put her on top of the quintessential quintuplets girls. She's just more down to earth. I love how she teases the MC, but in like a good way, I guess I would say it, and she sympathizes with him. She also like pays for his lunch. I don't know, I just think she's definitely best girl, and she is actually waifu material, I guess, once she becomes of age. So yeah, you guys know that that's high praise if I'm saying that I do enjoy her more than the quintuplets, and I am really enjoying the series and the whole hobby aspect of it. I'm definitely gonna finish volume 4, and then I'm gonna watch the anime and just watch ahead of whatever's released in the manga, because that's just how much I've been enjoying it. So yeah, that's it for that. The next one is my next rom-com here, and we read We Never Learn. This one I did start in March, and this was the series that I had been wanting to read after the quintessential quintuplets. I'm finally getting into it. I am only 2 volumes into it, so I can't say that I enjoy it quite as much as the quintessential quintuplets, but I am still having fun with it, and I do like the girls so far. So far I've been introduced to 3 girls. I don't know how many more there will be. I like how the series is set up. So we have 3 girls. Each of them is like a prodigy in their particular subjects that they're strong at. So we got the girl that's strong at STEM, math and science, stuff like that. We got the girl that's really good at liberal arts, and then we have the sporty girl, but they all really suck at everything else. And then we got the main character who's not particularly a prodigy in any subject, but he's like a jack of all trades but master of none. So he's sort of average in everything, and so he's gonna tutor these girls so that they can pass and get into the school that they actually want to get into, because the things that they're strong at is not the thing that they want to go ahead and study as a career path. But yeah, like I said, I am enjoying it, and I still, it's quite a bit of volumes. We're like at volume 18. I believe there's 21 volumes in total, so I still got a long way to go. We'll see how it turns out as I continue to read this one, but right now, pretty good. I am enjoying it. All right, now this next one I'm putting in here because technically I did continue reading it. I was trying to continue reading One Piece as I'm reading Claymore, but I'm also reading We Never Learn, and I can't juggle 3 series at once, so I continued reading this one because this is where I left off. I finished the, what's it called? The Drum Island arc, and it finished off in this volume, and after that there was only 1 chapter left. So that's technically all I read of One Piece, and all I was introduced into there was Sir Crocodile, so I'm getting into the Alabasta arc. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to read this one alongside Claymore. I think I'm gonna continue reading We Never Learn and Claymore. And once I'm done with Claymore, I plan to get into Demon Slayer because I do want to basically read along with Chase the Dark Sage book club. So I'll be reading Demon Slayer and We Never Learn. And then maybe after that, I'll jump back into One Piece and start back on volume 18. So yeah, for now, I am still putting it aside for now. So I know there's a few of you guys who wanted me to continue reading One Piece, but I'm gonna hold off on it just for a little bit longer. But now the next thing was basically Claymore. So I've been reading a lot of Claymore. This series, I am really enjoying the heck out of this. Love how it's super fast paced and every little minor arc that we get into has a nice, good, like climactic battle, and we just keep seeing Claire get stronger and stronger. And then recently with the last volume that I read, volume 11, that was where the series really picked up for me. Volume 11 was crazy. We finally got to see Claire partially awake, and I thought it was really awesome when she had that battle with that sort of lion guy. She's finally showing the other Claymores that she's more than just the weakest Claymore, because apparently she's the weakest of the Claymores, which did bum me out at first because I read volumes 1 and 2 and she seemed super strong, but then later once you meet more of the Claymores, it turns out that she's actually the weakest of the Claymores. But as you continue to read, she does get stronger and stronger, and in my opinion, I guess right now at volume 11, she's probably definitely in the top 10. And yeah, a lot of people say that this is like the female version of Berserk, and if I'm enjoying the heck out of this, I can only imagine how much I'm gonna enjoy Berserk once I finally read that. So this is basically hyping me up for Berserk, and it's doing a damn good job at it. So yeah, I read 11 volumes last month. I'm hoping that I can complete this series here in April. I haven't been doing great at reading in April though, but that is going to change these next 2 weeks since I do have some time off. So definitely going to finish this probably in this next week. So yeah, that's it for my manga reading log. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know if you did in the comment section down below so that I know if I should continue doing these moving forward. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next video.